Let me show you my setup for my preschool spring conferences. To get ready for conferences, I write each student's name over here, and then I'm going to write down some really quick notes on the positive things about them and then the areas for growth. So I'm going to start with the positives when they meet with the parents, and then we'll talk about the areas that they can grow. Also, at the beginning of the year, we gave each student 2 goals to work on. Now, this is my assessment page and what it looks like at the end of the year. To you, it might look very chaotic, but I know exactly what's going on here. The green was the beginning of the year, the blue was the middle, and the red is the end. The yellow highlight, it was at the beginning of the year, the areas that I chose for their goals. And then most all of them met their goals. If they did not meet their goals, it's circled in red. So those are the ones that I still need to work on in small groups. But when I meet with parents, I can see right here that this friend started knowing 4 capital letters, and that was their goal to learn more. And by the end of the year, they were at 23. Their other goal was to write their name, and no, at the beginning of the year, they didn't. But yes, they are writing their name now with a tripod grasp. I use this to guide my conversations with parents and let them know if they've met their goals or not and how they can still work on that if they need to. This is the paper I use to get my brain flowing and to pick out positives and areas of growth very quickly. And then this is the packet that each parent's going to get. We have a kindergarten readiness letter, letting them know that we're going to attach our kindergarten readiness checklist. And I'm not going to check any of these off. This is for the parents to do. They can work on it from now until kindergarten and kind of check off as they see their child meeting each goal. Just to note, there is no requirement for kindergarten. These are just skills that will help your child be successful if they enter kindergarten knowing these things. This is a copy of our assessments. So I'm going to send home a copy of the full assessment. You can see that this child started knowing 5 capital letters and ended knowing 18, started knowing 4 lowercase letters, ended knowing 15. I didn't test sounds at that point, and they ended with 17. So a lot of growth with this child. Here's our social emotional skills and name writing. And then the beginning, middle, and end of the year writing example. I ask each of my students their personal information and write down their exact answers so that their parents can see what they told somebody without any help. Then lastly, this is an independent name and self-portrait. I tell students that try their very best, make sure they add details, and I'm going to share this with their parents. So this is what their name and their pictures look like at this time of the year. And this does not go home with parents, but this is connected to our assessment. This is what we give to kindergarten teachers so that they can have a good grasp on who's coming to them in kindergarten. And then this is our pre-K readiness checklist. We give these to our current 3-year-olds that will be in my class next year. And then we also have our preschool readiness checklist to give to our incoming 3-year-olds. We have a letter that we give to parents explaining the checklist.